Oh, hey! Today's episode is all about how difficult times test you, challenge you, and ultimately bring out the best in you. Going through a really dark night of the soul can make you a stronger leader, a more decisive business owner, more confident, more discerning, not to mention more grateful when things are going well. Dark times unlock your best ideas and motivate you to do your best work. So as 2021 unfolds, let's talk about how to find the magic inside every obstacle. Oh, hey, I'm Susan Hyatt, and this is Go Time TV. This is the show about creating what you crave right now. Whatever it is, we're gonna create it right here on Go Time TV. All right, we're kicking off this episode with my top 3 pandemic pleasures, things that help me create more magic during a really isolated, dark time. So here we go. My third top pandemic pleasure. How many of y'all are Bridgerton fans? What? All right, so right here, this, by the way, is my hygge corner, my cozy corner. I create a lot of magic in this corner, but can y'all say obsessed? So I watched Bridgerton, had never read the books, found out from Mallory on my team, hello, she knew who Lady Whistledown was like 14 years ago because she read the book series. There's a book series, y'all. And what I have here, I devoured book number 2, which is The Viscount Who Loved Me. Oh yeah, he loved her. And I'm missing books 3 and 4 because, hello, everyone's obsessed. You can't even get it. They're having to reprint all the books. So, but this is like 5 through 9. And if you didn't know it, Netflix is doing a show for each book. So I sit here in my hygge corner and I read Bridgerton with my top 2, my second favorite thing. Y'all look at this. When I like something, I buy like one in every color. So y'all, are you old enough to need readers? I used to make fun of my husband because he's 9.5 years older than me. If you didn't know that, the silver fox has been silver a while. And he had to have readers 10 years prior to me. When you get old, your eyes go. And look, I've got 3 different kinds of these Caddies readers. They are amazing. They look cute, right? So these aren't like CVS crappy, right? Look how cute. These are progressives. I have not gotten used to these, but you can look down and you can look up. That's my top 2 pandemic pleasure. I decided to get fashionable readers. Now, I want to show you my top pandemic pleasure. But first, I want you to watch the next part of the show, and then you're gonna meet me in my kitchen. I want to share a story with you about a friend of mine, and it's a story about how dark times can lead to big magic. So my friend was renting a place, and honestly, it was not that great. It was overpriced, cramped and small. It was like hideous carpeting. The location was terrible. To her right was a vacant home that was crumbling apart with abandoned cars rusting in the front yard. And to her left was a place with a couple who would fight constantly on the lawn. And more than once, the fighting got so bad, the cops came. Yikes. So my friend is living in the middle of all this, and it's just not ideal. So my friend would talk about her place the way you might talk about a terrible boyfriend or girlfriend. She would justify and make excuses. She'd be like, it's really not that bad. Sometimes it's actually okay. It has some charm, I guess. And if you sit here and look that way, this one window is pretty nice. She tolerated the situation because she was too busy and overwhelmed to just do something about it. And then the pandemic came. Lockdown began. And suddenly, my friend was spending a lot more time stuck at home. And instead of going out to coffee shops and restaurants and the gym and the beach, she was home all the time, working at home, cooking at home, exercising at home. And the more time she spent at home, the more she had to confront the fact that her house kind of sucked. And during the lockdown, she finally admitted the truth. And she was like, you know what? I am paying way too much money for a really mediocre situation. I'm done. She had been considering moving for a while, but never did anything about it. The pandemic provided the motivation she needed to finally hunt for a better place, pack up, and move the hell out of there. And she had been stalling for 2 years on this, dragging her feet, but the pandemic was the kick in the ass that she needed. So she ended up finding this incredible place in a way better location, and it wasn't as expensive as she thought it would be. And for just a little bit more money than her previous place, she got a situation 10,000 times better. Now she has quiet neighbors, her own home office, and even an ocean view. Talk about an upgrade. So the moral of this story is dark times can lead to big magic. A painful situation like a pandemic or divorce or lawsuit can become powerful motivation. Because when things get really bad, that's usually the moment where you go, you know what, enough, I'm done with this. I refuse to tolerate this any longer. I'm making a change and it's happening today. Dark times bring out the worst in people and also the best. And dark times reveal things that you need to deal with, things you've avoided for a long time, but you just can't ignore any longer. Dark times will test you, but they'll call upon you to be brave and resilient and give your absolute all and take charge of your life in a new way. Dark times bring out your light. I want to invite you to reflect on the last year, and I know it was a tough one. Maybe you've dealt with challenges that are scarier than having an overpriced apartment. Maybe you've dealt with really heavy stuff, matters of life and death. Consider how these dark times have made you stronger than ever. And consider yourself 1 year ago versus today. What's changed? How are you different? How have these dark times brought out the best in you? All right, here we are in my kitchen. I'm gonna talk to you about my favorite pandemic pleasure, which is the Instant Pot Duo that is also an air fryer. Look, it has this like fancy air fryer lid and this air fryer basket. And for those of you who have followed me for a while, you know I'm a big Instant Pot fan. And my Instant Pot passed away, probably from too much use. And I decided to get a new one, and specifically because I use it to make Mork the Beagle's dog food, which I'll do a whole dog food segment for y'all. But like, it's so easy to open this up and let me tell you something. Brandon, look at this. I told Scott Hyatt, AKA the Silver Fox, to take Mork the Beagle's chicken and rice and green peas delicious meal out of this and put it in this container. Okay, he puts the pot back in dirty. What y'all think I need to do? I need to hear in the comments what needs to happen in retaliation to the Silver Fox for leaving this dirty damn pot in my Instant Pot Duo. But while I got your attention, so this is what Mork the Beagle gets served. It's chicken, rice, and green peas. And I ran out of butternut squash cubes, but I also from Costco get butternut squash cubes, and it is delish. Now, am I the crazy lady that got a special kitchen appliance just to make her pet fancy food? Yes, because he has digestive issues, y'all. We can't have Mork the Beagle sick. So anyway, if you want to turn it into an air fryer, there's a basket that goes in there, and it has a fancy top. And I have made Brussels sprouts and French fries so far that are delish. But this has been quite the pandemic pleasure. It's my top pick. If you have used your air fryer to make delicious meals, I want to hear what they are. I need some air fryer ideas. And I also want to know what needs to happen to teach Scott Hyatt a lesson. And those are my top 3 pandemic pleasures. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Go Time TV. We show up here every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because when you do that, you get notified every time there's a new episode. Go forth, create miracles in light, no matter what the challenge, no matter what the circumstances.
It's go time.
It's go time. Go forth. That could be. Go. Okay.